used an F1 racing method to save lives in their hospital. I think it was a pediatric ward, if I get the story right. They would have a successful surgery and someone would pass away going to the recovery room. Holy crap, why'd that happen? And it wasn't an acceptable number, but one of the people loved F1, got permission to go to the Italian F1 team. And he said, how do you guys do your pit stops so fast? How do you, he treated the OR transfer like a pit stop. And he said, well, we have the lollipop guy. That's the guy with the board that puts the board down and no one moves. The car does not drive away until he gives the signal that it's all clear. Everybody has one job. Nobody talks and nobody does anyone else's job. It is up to that person to do their job and do it well. The lollipop guy is in charge. And he said, well, that's going to be our anesthesiologist. No one does anything but one job and they're saving lives. He went outside of his business. He talked to someone with a different perspective and learned how to save lives within his business. So what I've been diving into is the pro-social model with a little bit of ACT peppered into it as well. That's Dr. Russ Harris and Dr. Stephen Hayes. Love their work. But learning how to use that pro-social context to talk to people who aren't in the same business, to learn how their perspective can help grow mine, grow the way I'm looking at the world, to change a point of view, and to help me do something I'm doing just a little bit more effectively or better. Because who'd have thought that the F1 Italian team could save children's lives, but they absolutely did. And what more out there can I learn by talking to people who don't move in this field, who don't have that same perspective? It's immeasurable. And through that, I form co-mentorships. So someone is a marketing genius and they need help with breathwork. Well, I need help with marketing. Let's trade. And they'll tell me about all of these things I don't know. I'll tell them about things they don't know. And we pass the information along. There may not be money exchanged, but it is an equivalent exchange, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And looking how to share my business, how to distill my information, and how to simplify it. My goal now is to be able to explain everything that I know about breathwork to a kindergartner. Because if I can't explain it to them, then I really don't understand it. And it's to simplify, to distill, to make it as uncomplex as possible. How can we simplify it? And by utilizing ACT and utilizing the pro-social movement, it's just so much more fulfilling, even if I'm not succeeding financially as much as I'd like. But it's okay. I can pay my bills and then I can put food on the table and that's fine. I'm not like rolling in the money, but Breathwork's paying for everything. So that's a solid win. And I'm working with coaches who are more working on the mental side because I need help with that. After the brain injuries, I need help putting some of that stuff back together. Working with modern day Stoics, and not the Stoics who are like, you don't feel anything. Like that's not Stoicism. That's nihilism. Stoicism is you don't show people that you feel something if they don't deserve it. It's okay to have that reaction, but just thank them for the opportunity to test what you're practicing. And
what a great philosophy.
Yeah, I love Stoics. My teachers right now are the Stoics, Epictetus, Marcus Aurelius, like Socrates, and then moving up into the future to like the modern day Stoicists. It's just that mindset. And Stoicism works along well with Taoism, which works real great within ACT. It's all about being psychologically flexible and not giving away that power. So I'm finding these resonance points and echo points in ancient philosophy and modern philosophy just to see not necessarily what I can add to my path, but what I can shave away from it and to distill it into something that I can communicate easily to other people.